Greetings YouTube, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back to another look at an early access game. This time we're looking at a title called Raincity for the PlayStation 4 by small indie developer Orenda. Raincity is an old school point and click adventure game that combines some charming hand-drawn graphics with a cast of quirky characters and some tricky puzzles. I haven't played many point-and-click adventure games in the past as they are somewhat outside of my normal taste, but I quickly found myself absorbed in conquering this challenging and addictive game. The title takes place in the titular Raincity, a city populated by a cast of intelligent animals who live like humans. Recently, the city has experienced a never-ending rainstorm which has caused a number of issues. This causes some areas of the city to become flooded and causes a number of obstacles as you make your way through the game. The player takes the role of an unknown cat who has travelled to Raincity in an effort to locate his sister. His sister is a reporter working on a story, but mysteriously disappeared under some suspicious circumstances. While investigating what happened to your sister, you'll interact with the residents of the city. These range from a group of party-obsessed bunnies to an eccentric inventor with some dark secrets. Along the way, you will also search for the cause of the never-ending rain which is afflicting the city. The story, while very simple, was effective in keeping my interest, slowly unravelling the secrets and puzzles of the dreary city. The gameplay in Raincity is classic point-and-click adventure, with the player exploring the city, interacting with the residents and helping them with their various problems. In return, they can offer clues about your missing sister. Puzzles are also a central aspect of the story, as a player will need to solve a variety of challenges. These include memory games, logic puzzles and math problems amongst others. The puzzles are very well implemented into the game, starting off with some simple mini-games and gradually easing the player into more complex challenges. The game also gives observant players little hints on how to solve problems. Solving a puzzle or finding a clue is incredibly satisfying, and it's this that kept me engaged during my time playing the game. This is something that many puzzle games fail to do, and for the most part the puzzles struck the perfect balance between challenge and frustration. This is something very rare to find in this sort of genre. The graphics in Raincity are a simple hand-drawn affair that show colourful characters that sharply contrast against the dark dreary setting. The city is beautifully drawn, with the player exploring high-rise buildings, rain-soaked streets and flooded sewers. This combined with the gentle tones of the soundtrack give the impression of being in a children's fairy tale. Despite the game's strengths, I did experience some areas of frustration during my time playing the game. Many of the puzzles require the player to collect a variety of items. These range from pieces of clothing to everyday objects like a lighter, and they are often hidden in the background and are easily missed. This resulted in a lot of backtracking and pointless searching for different items. One particular puzzle in the game, which involved mirrors and a giant maze, had me confused for days, and is the one that required me to do a little bit of research in order to finally find the solution. That being said, puzzle game enthusiasts have commented on the game being too easy to complete, so this may be more due to my inexperience playing these types of games rather than an unfair level of difficulty. So the question is, do I recommend Raincity? I do. This game is a fantastic title, even if you're not familiar with point and click puzzle games like myself. I've shied away from these types of games in the past, due to the steep learning curve and the frustration of obscure and overly complex puzzles. However, Raincity's more forgiving learning curve, plus the relaxing setting and graphics, make this a far more accessible title, at least for me. This game is also family friendly, however puzzles will require quite a bit of adult assistance. If you're looking for a puzzle game that's a little bit easier to pick up and play, then you may want to try Raincity out. The game took me around 8 hours to complete on my first attempt, and it also has some interesting achievements which encourage more than one playthrough, if you're a completionist. So you'll definitely get your money's worth from this title. That was it from me. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching this review, and I hope to cover more of Orenda's titles in future. Let me know what you think. Have you tried Raincity? Have you finished it? And what were your thoughts? Hopefully you'll join me next time when we look at another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate out.